Hi, my name is Jo Formosa from Brisbane, Australia. I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner who has been using Ayushakti herbs and treatments and guidelines, home remedies and different ailments for the last 5 years in our practice. I've been a practitioner for 20 years and there is nothing that I have seen that turns patients around like Ayushakti herbs. I've used lots of different companies, lots of different herbs, but with the system and the process of understanding pulse and understanding the specific elements of how Ayurveda works with all of my Ayurvedic studies, as well as understanding a good system approach with the different herbs and quality of the herbs that we use in treatment today. So from in the last 5 years, our practice has grown quite amazingly. We're about now each month growing at about 44% from the previous year, so which is quite amazing. I have now got a team of 8 practitioners, so we are growing in helping so many people in our society now understand more about Ayurveda and how to get out of disease process. So we use a whole heap of different things in our practice, from diet to home remedies to specific herbs for the condition and ailments, but actually putting all of that in together and understanding that person's condition and then leading them on a journey to getting out of disease process. The way this has happened for me quite organically is when I met Dr. Smita around about 5 years ago. She was on her tour here in Australia. So she came to our practice to see patients in Brisbane, and we saw around about 100 patients in the first year and maybe 150 in the second year. And so basically I had the great privilege of sitting with her and sitting beside her in clinic and supporting her. And the wealth of knowledge that I learned in those 3 days was more than I learned being a practitioner in college for 4 years. So being beside somebody who has got that amount of knowledge and experience, and it wasn't only knowing how Dr. Smita prescribed, it was how she connected with the patients. It was how she got from them the story that was going on for them in such a short period of time. So it sharpened my skills very, very quickly. And from that, I had the privilege of being put in touch with Dr. Hemang. He helped and supported me online in Skype meetings and Skype consultations, more about learning my pulse reading and prescription to really refine that and make it very sharp. So I also then went to India for 2 weeks to actually sit with the team of doctors there as well, again to just sharpen up the skills of pulse reading. So the more you do, the better you get, right? Just, that's how it works. And then constantly, when more difficult patients, as we got better results, we saw more difficult patients. So now we treat cancer, autoimmune, heart disease, a lot of very serious arthritis patients. So it continued on going as we actually got better results. So now it actually needs some very different questions, and just having that team to lean on and say, okay, do you know what's going on when this and this happens? Can you explain that to me, how that happens in Ayurveda and why specifically that herb will actually help that person? Because once I knew and understand it, as you know, patients in the Western world or need to know a little bit about why. Why am I taking this? What specifically, how this is going to help me? So I had to really understand it to a whole nother level. So it was great to have the team there to support me and to guide me through that journey. So through my time knowing Dr. Smita and her team with Dr. Hemang, my clinic has completely turned around, and now we specifically are an Ayurvedic clinic. So I train and cross-train all my therapists, even if they're massage or acupuncture, they're all cross-trained as Ayurvedic knowledge as well. So we can give that high level of quality to people. So knowing Ayushakti has really allowed us to be the best practice in Brisbane and Australia, and having the leading knowledge of being able to treat really chronic disease states. So I just want to thank them for allowing us to have a different aspect and support to our society. Thank you.